So this is the Management 372 quiz number 2 preview. And there are 20 questions within quiz number 2. They are all true or false. You need to make sure that you conduct your own work, no outside assistance from anyone, or sourcing of material, notes, or textbooks, etc. There are no go backs, meaning that once you've selected an answer, that is your answer. And you have a 30-minute time limit, which is more than ample to complete the 20 questions. The test is located on motivatetheworld.com, and that's also where the results are posted under assignments. So take your time to make sure you've prepared. And if you are in the midst of the quiz and you have a challenge, just email me. I'll be able to potentially help you through that because I can see part of what you may be able to see in the website. So to better frame the quiz, questions can come from several sources. The class lectures on YouTube, those videos will draw questions from there. The textbook, obviously, as well as a source of information for questions. But make sure also that you review your notes to help reinforce the learning for you. Although obviously we can't pull questions from your notes, we can help you in making sure that we reinforce that learning process, as I alluded to, by having you look at those notes and review them. And just because it's an online class doesn't mean that you should not take notes. Focus on the key words that I emphasize in the review, and then try to learn and understand the concepts versus just putting yourself in a position to memorize. But if you do have questions and need further clarification, feel free to touch base with me. So where should you focus? How do we define negotiation, and when does it occur? What elements help define the marketplace? How do social forces help in development of our HROB plan? What is total quality management? How do we define critical thinking? How does the principal skills blueprint work? How do we define economic factors? What is the foundation for communication? How do we define quality? What is statistical process control? What are the key principles of leadership? What is the key to successful leadership? Who was Deming? How do we define policies? How do we explain the environmental factors? How do we know we've got good data to use to help us in the HROB planning process? How do we define the laws that influence our leadership capabilities? And here is your thought for the day. Leadership is critical to the success of business, but successfully managed businesses have to invest in that leadership.